wasted effort. And in this video, I'm gonna show you the 7 rules that make online coaching simple, efficient, and scalable in 2026, even if you've been spinning your wheels for years. So if you're addicted to doing 10 things at once, you won't like this. But if you want a cleaner, calmer, more profitable coaching business, this is exactly where you start. Rule 1, the one platform principle. Huge mistake so many coaches make, and hands up, I've done this so many times, is trying to post on every single platform all at the same time. Now, Gary Vee talks about omnipresence and being on all platforms and posting as much content as possible. Yes, that is correct to some degree. However, actually what you want to focus on is depth rather than width. So you're better off dominating one platform or 2 platforms than posting badly across 10. And this is because every platform is very specific and unique, much more so than it probably was 5 to 7 years ago. So what you want to focus on is think about where are your ideal clients and what's going to be the easiest place for you to build an audience who have got your potential customer. And there's 3 things you want to be focusing on when you're creating content. Number 1 is authority. Number 2 is building trust. And number 3 is showing social proof of the client results you get for your dream avatar of who you want to work with. Now, if we look at some examples of this, Alex Hormozy didn't blow up by going everywhere and trying to post on every platform. He actually blew up just from dominating YouTube. Cody Sanchez did the exact same thing with Twitter and newsletters. And Patrick Bet-David, he built his entire empire on long-form content with things like podcasts. So the best thing you need to focus on is choosing one platform, go super deep into that. And my honest advice of what platform you should look at the other people who are absolutely crushing in your specific space, who are making the most money. What platforms do they generate the most revenue from? And I would probably start there. So I'd recommend everyone probably goes all in on Instagram. And then the second choices probably depend on your skill set. So if you're great on the camera in terms of long form, then maybe YouTube. If you're great at written content, then maybe something like LinkedIn. Rule number 2, the minimum effective business model. Most coaches are drowning their business because it's too complicated. They've got too many offers, too many different moving parts. What you actually want to do is just simplify stuff as much as possible. Russell Brunson talks about this with like the one funnel away. You essentially just want to do one offer, one funnel until you hit 7 figures a year. You don't want to have one ebook you sell when you make 20 quid a week. You don't have a low ticket coaching program, a high ticket coaching program, in-person stuff. Focus on one thing that can generate the most amount of revenue and you can scale and simplify everything. The big mistake I made, I remember when I was running 8-week transformation programs, I made one program that's called Shred and 8 and it crushed. We sold it to men and women. And my genius idea was I'd create a female specific one, which was Sculpt and 8. What did I realize? I actually doubled the amount of work I had to do because I had to market 2 programs, create twice as much social proof, twice as many emails, and the whole thing was a kind of mess. So what you actually want to do when you want to scale your coaching business is try and simplify as much as possible, which is often actually from subtraction, not addition of adding more stuff into your business. So in reality, you need to focus on 3 things. You need one high ticket offer with a high price point. You need one distribution method, ideally from organic social media and paid advertising, and one very simple delivery system that repeatedly gets the client's results over and over and over again, ideally without pulling you too much into the fulfillment. Now, we've helped thousands of coaches scale their coaching business. In our own fitness business, we work with over 17,000 clients as well. Why? By removing all this BS that people do to create themselves to be busy. Your job is not to be busy, your job is to be effective. Now, if you want to make more money, save more time, and have the lazy approach to scaling in 2026 and make as much as possible, do this. Look at your business, remove everything other than the main offer that makes as much money as possible. Focus on doing that with as many conversions as possible. Look at your traffic sources. Where do the best leads come from? And the majority of them, go all in on just focusing on that. If you simplify things and go deep on what's working, guess what? Your business will grow quickly. Why? Because businesses grow when you actually just focus on doing more of what's working, rather than what most people do is they get red shiny object and they try and spin around doing different things because they get distracted. Quick thing before we move on, if you want the full internal system we actually use to scale coaching businesses, templates, workflows, delivery structure, everything, we have a full Notion system we can actually send you, which is pretty much a plug and play of how our backend works. If you DM me Notion on Instagram, I'll send it over to you. Rule 3, the invisible sales system. You have to understand sales is a process and you want to make it like a factory line so you actually have the same conversations, same frameworks. Why? Think about it like this. The prospect is going to have this one conversation once. You are having the same conversation over and over and over again. If you systematize this using proven frameworks that actually work, guess what happens? You know what your prospect's going to say before they can even think it, because you can kind of lead people down alleyways. And this is the straight line selling system from Jordan Belfort at Wolf of Wall Street. What we've actually done is we've built the best sales script out there for fitness coaches, which is actually a bastardized version of Alex Hormozi's closer framework. Now, this is like putting up the bowling alley barriers on each side when you're throwing the ball down to get the strike. It makes it very easy for you to close sales because you're not getting distracted, you're going through a natural buying process. Now, if you don't have a sales script or framework like this, I don't use the word script, I like framework because it's a process of having a buying conversation. If you also DM me sales script, I'll send that over to you on Instagram. This will make you more money and help you from a conversion standpoint. Because if you think about the lazy way to actually make more money in your coaching business, you do two things. You book sales calls, you close sales calls, and one of the reasons that people do not make as much money as they want, and they're also working harder than they need to, is because they cannot close sales. Now, when I talk about the invisible sales system, this isn't just about sales framework, it's about the pre-call prep. How do you warm a prospect up before the call? Do you have long form assets you can send them? Do you have email nurture sequences? Do you have retargeting ads that bombard them with social proof before the call? All these systems make big differences. And the beautiful thing about it, you can automate all of them in a lazy way. Now, how a lot of people buy, people go from short form, they come into long form, then maybe get some type of lead magnet, I've offered a few in this, and then they come into a call to action and they book on a call. You want people to take in as much content information from you prior to any call. That will dramatically increase the likelihood of a conversion. Now, studies from Google say it's around 7 hours of content that someone needs to actually absorb. And if that's purely just short form like reels at 30 to 60 seconds long, that's a lot. But if you have long form content that's very high intent and gives a lot of value, that's going to build trust, create you as an authority, and you can also document a lot of social proof. So the rule you need to apply from this is creating an automated system where you can nurture leads properly before having sales calls, and also make sure you have a sales framework that you are going to take these prospects through, and you're not just winging it when Karen comes onto the sales call. Rule number 4, the MVS, the minimum viable system. One of the biggest mistakes coaches make is they want to try and make this huge, elaborate coaching business from the get-go. You want to make everything as simple as possible, whether it's fulfillment, whether it's from sales. I spoke earlier about in terms of all you need to do is actually like get someone on a sales call and essentially close them. That is essentially all lead generation is. If you break it down to 3 things, get traffic and eyeballs from posting content or running ads. 2 is get that traffic and convert them into a sales call, a buying conversation. 3, get that person on a call, convince them that you can basically solve their problem, get them to pay you money, job done. There's a 3-step process to that. Now, people massively overcomplicate this, and the same thing happens when it comes to fulfillment. So when you're looking to get client great results, often what you actually don't want to do is give them more things, because it actually creates more clutter and it can actually create too much frustration and friction. They don't know where to start. You can actually create a better coaching experience by doing 2 things. 1, increasing the time to result to try and get really quick wins out the gate. And number 2 is just simplify it as much as possible. If there's any doubt in the process, the likelihood of them not seeing through the whole thing and churning out is going to dramatically increase. Now with the MVS, minimal viable system, this is talking about, I spoke about traffic, booking calls, sales calls, but this is also talking about you. How are you going to structure your week? What is the Pareto principle that you need to live by to get the results you want in your coaching business and your life? And if you don't know what the Pareto principle is, that's essentially where 20% of actions create 80% of outcomes. So if you just focus on doing that 20% phenomenally well every week with the lazy approach, guess what happens? And you do it consistently, you get compound growth in your business. So if you look at your calendar, get Google Calendar out, map out your perfect week. When are you training? When do you need to take sales calls? When do you need to film content? When do you need to have meetings? When do you need to be looking at your ads or reviewing data? If you batch things in and make it very efficient, you actually don't need to work as much as you think. And this is why most people are just busy fools. They're doing the computer roulette or phone roulette between Slack, Stripe, Facebook groups, school, coaching apps, whatever. This is how you get stuck and you can stay in this dopamine chasing loop that so many people are in. Rule number 5, offer first, everything else second. One of my favorite phrases, excuse my French, is the fuck around and find out method. Sometimes you just gotta make more offers if you wanna make more money. So you test stuff on your stories. For example, in December, one of the things we're getting our clients to do is a case study group of, so say for example, I'm doing a case study for women who wanna drop 6 pounds before Christmas in the next 2 weeks. If you're interested, DM me 6 pounds and I'll send you over the information. Like, just test different types of tonality, language, offers, and see what resonates with your audience. The quickest way to make more money is to make more offers and ask more. And with that, you have to understand, if your offer isn't clear, nothing else matters. The amount of times I've looked at people's coaching business or businesses in general, and like, I actually don't know what you sell or what you do. The biggest thing you have to think about and imprint in your brain is, what problem do I solve and for who? And if people don't know me, if they click on my profile or my content, can they see straight away, this is what this person does, this is what problem they solve? If they don't and they can't see that, you are going to struggle to make sales. This is where you have to imagine everyone is incredibly stupid and bring things down a level so it's so simple and so clear exactly who you serve. Now with simple offers, you have to remember this. People don't buy coaching, they buy outcomes. We sell the transformation. We aren't just selling information. People can get as much information as they want now from ChatGPT and online, YouTube, social media, whatever. What they actually want is to buy into you and to get the accountability to transform them to where they want to be. And essentially within the process of marketing sales, what we are focusing on doing is this. We are selling them the vacation, not the flight and a plane journey there. So to summarize this for you, define one problem you solve, define who you solve it for, define what time frame you solve it, and then define what your unique mechanism in terms of how you fix that problem is. And remember, if you've got a strong offer that's very clear what it does, and particularly to people who have financial horsepower to be able to buy the thing from you, nothing else almost matters. If you enjoyed this clip and you're a business owner, content creator, or coach, and you want help in terms of exactly how to scale your business to the next level using ads, AI, VSLs, setters, and building teams to basically monetize your business and monetize your knowledge, but without you having to press all the buttons, it's never been easier than before. What we can do is we can walk through the whole process in terms of how we're doing this over and over and over again with content creators, with business owners. If you hit the link at the bottom of this video, you can book a call with us and the team. We can audit your whole business, show you where the bottlenecks are, and show you exactly how we can scale. And if we think you're a good fit to work with us, we can show you what that looks like too.